Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is Chels, and in this video we're going to go over a little bit of prep that I've been absolutely obsessed with lately. And people are always asking me about my prep system and to do more prep videos, and I've got to be honest with you, I really don't do a lot of prep. I'm not someone that spends like an hour on Sunday or a couple of hours a week doing prep. I more just cook things up and make things up as I need to and as I run out of things. So these are the things that I'm really loving at the moment, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And I gotta say as well that I've been kind of absent on here over the past couple of months, and I feel like it's really hard to film a YouTube video again. So we're just gonna pull the band-aid off and do it. There's just been a lot of things going on in my personal life. We've been extremely busy trying to sell a house, trying to buy a house. It's not really happening. The one that we want is probably going to fall through. We were going to build, and then the market changed, and now it's just really too expensive to build, and just like a whole lot of other stuff. And right now we're actually in the middle of Cyclone Gabriel. So I wanted to show you what outside looks like. Alright, take a look out here. This is so sad. So this tree, well, this kind of half of this tree fell down in the night, and it's just been really extremely wild. You can see our fence is kind of a little bit broken. There was a lot of rain, and yeah, like we just did up all our garden and everything to sell, and now our one tree, we've still got our panga, but our one tree is destroyed. So we're going to start by making a bit of a chickpea kind of mash thing. It's almost like a tuna substitute. I've been loving it on either sandwiches, or if I ever have sandwiches. I have actually been eating more bread recently. I'm not in a weight loss phase. I'm maintaining my weight, and I've also just not had much of an appetite lately, partly due to stress, partly due to busyness and other things. And so when I'm kind of more busy and stressed, I tend to eat more high calorie food, and volume is much less for me personally. And so yeah, been eating more bread. Bread is not an ideal weight loss food just because it is high in calorie density, which means the calories per pound. But you can also have this on salad with some potatoes and some greens, and that's the way that I love having it. It's a great thing to just have in your fridge, and we could all be doing or eating more legumes. Like chickpeas are an amazing thing, and that is the base of this. There's some unusual ingredients, but trust me, it really works. What do you say, Nick?
I love you. It's Valentine's Day. I love you.
It's Valentine's Day. How many years have you been married?
Coming up 9.
Woo.
I know. How can you do it?
I feel like we're just like old people now. Like we've nearly been
boring.
married a decade. That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Been a lot of changes over that time.
Yeah. You're still with me.
Yeah, of course. We're going to start with 2 tins of chickpeas. So you want to get some pretty runny peanut butter. I love this Fix and Fog one. This is a New Zealand brand. It's like super runny, and this really works, trust me. We're going to put in, I'm doubling this by the way as well, so I'm just going to put in like 2 quite big tablespoons. We're also going to put in white vinegar. You can see this, about a tablespoon. I want 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. We're also going to put in a heaping teaspoon of miso. Make sure that your miso is vegan. About like that much, so about a tablespoon. You can always adjust it. And just a little bit of cinnamon as well, just a little pinch. Fresh cracked pepper. And I've got just a little tiny bit of water in here. Just going to add a little bit. I better be a good role model and actually put my hair up. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. Alright, so this right here, to me, this texture is absolutely Ooh, this is perfect. And so I just like it this kind of tuna texture. And you can do this by just mashing it with a masher or a fork, but what I find is these chickpeas are just a little bit hard, so I can't mash it very well. But you can do it kind of whatever texture you want, and then taste test it before we move on to the next step. I'll try. It's pretty much only going to be me eating this, so chill out about germs. It just needs a little bit more salt. I'm going to put a little bit more miso. Let's chop a red onion. I'm going to put a bit of chili in, but this is definitely optional. This is not a super hot chili. And while I'm here, I thought I may as well just steam up some potatoes. Like this is what I'm meaning, is my prep is not any more fancy than this. It's literally, what do I need? I want to have some kind of starches prepped up, so potatoes and my chickpeas, and then I just want to have quick veggies ready to go. And the microwave potatoes, because I didn't have these, so let's steam up some potatoes. And I have done this in probably 4 videos. Like, it is very boring and very simple. So I use a very boring old-fashioned steamer. Just put a little bit of water in the bottom. So much. Potatoes. I'm just going to put this on my stove. Back there. Easy. And grab the lid and turn it on. Done. Walk away. Walk away. Easy. Alright, so while I've got you here, I just want to really quickly share why I do prep this way and why I don't do, big amounts of prep. And that is that you never want to bottleneck your success to how much time you have. And I see this happen all the time with women, is they think that they need to spend hours on a Sunday or tons and tons of time meal prepping, and then inevitably at some point you've forgotten to prep, or you haven't had time in your schedule, you just haven't prioritized it, and then it's like, well, what now? Instead, if you contrast that by how easy this system is, literally putting potatoes onto steam so that there's always potatoes there. I'm spending a little bit of time, maybe 10-15 minutes every couple of days, cooking up or making up some kind of chickpea thing, right? That's going to last me probably 3 to 4 days. I've got a microwave potato if I need to do that and I don't have any potatoes. So I'm not bottlenecking my ability to stay consistent with my diet to how much time I have. Instead, I'm accepting the fact that I do not have much time. I really don't, as someone who works full-time, mum of 2, like just a lot going on. I will not be successful if things take me longer than 5 minutes to create my day-to-day meals. So always ask yourself, how can I make my prep system easier? How can I do something that is not going to depend, or how can I be successful without having to spend hours each week meal prepping, and you're much more likely to be successful. Alright, so we're going to make some quick pickled onion, and I'm going to use a slicing thing. I don't know actually what this is called, but it terrifies me. We're going to give it a go, and I'm going to make a big batch because I don't like doing this very often, and it actually lasts quite a long time. Should last a week and a half, possibly even 2 weeks. And I like using red onions, but I think you could probably use brown as well. And if you don't want to have one of those terrifying guillotine slicey things, then you can just use a knife and just slice it thin. How beautiful that is. Oh, it's beautiful. There we go, stuffed full of onions. Okay, so for this brine, we're gonna do 1 cup of hot water. Use a tablespoon of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. Mix till it dissolves. Okay, half apple cider vinegar, half a cup. half a cup of white vinegar. Ooh. And there's going to be a little bit left over. That's okay, doesn't matter. And I just like a few chili flakes. Great. And so this is not my recipe, I didn't come up with this. I'm going to link to the recipe that I found. If you just search pickled onion, you'll come up with something. And you can kind of put whatever you want in it. I read that it actually is going to last about 3 weeks. You want to leave it about half an hour at least before you use it. And that's going to soften it. And then the next day it's going to be even better. Like, look at that beautiful pickled onion. Super easy. And we're going to have this on top of salads and toast. And what else would we have it on? Anything. Anything. It's just amazing. So this definitely needs some coriander or some kind of green herb. You could use parsley. Nick's gone to get some, and while he's doing that, I am going to cook up a potato in the microwave, because what I love to do and what I want to show you is how I put this together. So I have my chickpea mash in the fridge, I can pull it out, and then I just put a potato in the microwave, chop up a few veg, and I've got a delicious lunch that is ready to go. And I can put it into a container to take with me in the car, or I can just eat it on the run, because I, like a lot of you, are very, very busy. So let's do that. Alrighty then, potato, just like maybe 5 to 6 minutes. So you can kind of see the potatoes like cooked on one side, but he's just still a little bit hard on that side, so I'm going to cook it for like another 2 minutes. It's quite a big potato. Alright, so my chickpeas are done, my pickled onions are made, and my potatoes are cooking. And so with just even these two right here, I can make up a meal so quick. And so if you think about, oh no, I'm really busy, I gotta run out the door in 5 minutes, and I gotta bring some food with me, or I gotta make a meal quickly so I can just grab and eat something in a hurry. This is how I'm gonna make something up in 5 minutes, and I'm gonna use a microwave potato and show you what that looks like. And I literally do this every few days. Like at the moment, this is kind of my hyper obsession at the moment. Let me know in the comments if you get food that you get really obsessed with and then just eat and eat and eat until you're sick of. When it comes to habit change, we always want to make things as easy, as fast, as simple, as attractive and as satisfying as possible, so that we actually do them. We don't want to overcomplicate it, because then we won't follow through. So it's really, really important. And as you can see, my potatoes are nearly done here. They've just been cooking away for a while. It hasn't been difficult at all. And once they're ready, I will put them in a container, so that one's done. Thanks for going to the shop. High five. Appreciate you. Did you get ice cream?
I got ice cream.
Ooh.
Valentine's.
No, people always ask me why you're in a wheelchair, and it's really just because you're too lazy to walk, right?
Pretty much.
Like, that's the only reason.
Why stand when you can sit?
know that this meal is absolutely amazing for weight loss is that it follows the HATS framework, which is a framework that I outline in this video. And you can also find it in my free mini course. There's helpful downloads in there as well. It's basically how to know that you are making weight loss optimized meals every single time. And so the reason that this meal is that we've got a ton of low calorie vegetables in there. It's going to be filling. I've got my potato, which is going to make me more full for hours. So your veggies are there to kind of fill up your stomach in the moment. They don't have a lot of fiber in them compared to like starchy vegetables like this. And then also the chickpeas. I've got a little bit of fat in there from my avocado and my peanut butter. And then I've also got some flavor. So let's give it a taste test. And one of the things that people always ask me is, what kind of dressings do I use? Like, how can I cook without salad dressings, or what dressings are your favorite? And I've got to the point now where I actually enjoy my salads without dressings as much. And so what I like to do is I just like to get a little bit of everything on my fork. So I've got some potato. I love microwave potatoes like this. Get some. I've got my and I put salt and pepper and also lemon on all of this. Get some avocado, get a little bit of this, like the perfect forkful. Like that has so much flavour. You don't need a dressing from this. You're going to taste all the ingredients. It's really, really good. So good. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the video. Like I said, super simple, super easy. I've now got something that's going to last me for about 3 to 4 days, which is the chickpeas and the potatoes. As you could see, it only took me about 10 minutes to make those chickpeas. It takes me like literally a minute of effort to make those potatoes. And I've got those pickled onions that are going to last me for a couple of weeks. So now I can make epic meals like this in 5 minutes, which is what you really want to be aiming for. And I just wanted to give like a little plug if you are struggling to know where to start for weight loss, or what kind of things to put in your meals, what to eat, what to avoid, how to build meals like this, which you know are going to get you losing weight, that also keep you full and satisfied. I do have, like I said, a free 6-day mini course on how to do just that. There's a ton of helpful downloads. There's 6 emails that go along with this course with inspiration and graphics and all kinds of things to make this as simple and as easy to understand, and really give you more value than any of the money that you've spent on weight loss so far. That was my entire goal in creating this course, because I believe this information should have been made known to us so much earlier, and that no one should have had to struggle with their weight for lack of knowledge. Implementation is something different, and that's what we do inside of my program, Lean with Plants. But it starts, I was choking on pepper. It starts with knowing what to do. So go check that out. I'm going to put the link in the description. Alright, so I'm going to go and enjoy this and have a great day, and I'll see you next week for another video. And if you have any kind of simple prep systems that you do, I would love to hear about it in the comments. So put that in there so we can help each other. Alright, that really is it. We'll see you. Bye.